Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
Yo, what's going on, LumioseStation? You got PokeaimMD here, and today I have an ORAS NU battle versus champion Yeyhel. I think that's how you say his name or pronounce it. I'm using a team that consists of Choice Banded Sock, Rain Dance Seismitoad, Life Orb Mesprit, Suicide League Glalie, Mega Glalie, Rotom, the Ghost form, and Rain Dance Ludicolo. So let's see what we're going to be facing today. Hoping for a good match. I think Glalie's so broken in NU. We got a pretty good game. He has a pretty cool team here. He really does not like the onslaught that Ludicolo just does. Ooh, I'm liking this. I kind of want to lead it with Glalie just because I can get up spikes versus anything. I can also bar Archeops, and I can also refrigerate boosted double edge the hell out of everything, honestly. So let me write down his team: Gourgeist, Steelix, Cacturn, Archeops, Shelgon. Ooh, I wonder if it's the physically defensive one or like a rest talking Dragon Dance set, which isn't going to be a threat just because it's so slow to begin with. It's slow in general. So I'm going to lead off with my my Mega Glalie. Now there's a lot of ways you can use Mega Glalie. I wouldn't always recommend using a Suicide Lead because it's just a great Pokemon in general in NU. I feel it's actually pretty broken in NU and deserves to be banned. But I'm going to lead off with Glalie as my opponent's going to be leading off with his Archeops. And this isn't necessarily like a situation that I want to be in, as if he has Stone Edge, that will suck for me. So I'm going to go into my Seismitoad as basically it could take any one hit. I don't want to Mega Evolve right now. I don't have Ice Shard, so I can't bring it down to defeat its range. So basically I can't weaken its attacks just yet, so I don't want to take a hit. I am going to switch out. Looks like he stayed in because I switched out first and I'm slower, so I'm going to switch out to my Seismitoad as he ends up going for Acrobatics, predicting my switch, and I straight up die. So that sucks that I just lost that that Pokemon for basically nothing right there. Really unfortunate that he got a crit, but I'm thinking that he might just be no item just because the Acrobatics did so much. As weird as the switch as it is, I'm actually gonna go out into my my Sock because I have Sturdy, and I can survive any one hit, and I can just go right for a close combat and take out this Archeops. It's a huge threat to my team, and I just want to go right for the close combat, just decimating this thing, getting rid of it. I could also go for Ice Punch. I'm pretty sure that an Adamant Choice Banded Sock's Ice Punch will be able to knock out Archeops. Of course, I'm basically losing 2 Pokemon versus this thing, which is unfortunate, but I can't do anything about that. Yeah, Ice Punch is definitely going to knock him out, and Ice Punch also hits Gourgeist if he wants to try and go out to that. So I'm definitely going right for the Ice Punch, as he does end up switching out, probably fearing the Choice Scarf or the fact that I have Sturdy, and he does end up going out into Gourgeist. Pretty cool because I'm able to catch that thing on the switch-in with pretty hard hitting attack. He does notice the Choice Band, so I'm able to smack this thing upon switching as he eats that up. Holy crap, it eats that up. That did nothing. That did 0. Don't really have a switch-in for Gourgeist, but I'm expecting like a Will-O-Wisp or anything, so I don't want my Sock to get burnt. So I'm actually going to go out to Mesprit. Of course, not the best switch-in because this thing could definitely threaten me with a Shadow Sneak or something like that, as he actually ends up going right for Shadow Sneak. Did not see that coming, simply because I don't know, I just didn't feel like that was a play to make there, but it's going to work out for me because I ended up taking it. Maybe he feared the 2-hit KO like a min-max roll, but I'm going to be able to go right for my Stealth Rocks as he does end up going for the Shadow Sneak once again. Now, it's not a 3-hit KO unless he gets a crit, which he just did. That's so unfortunate, but either way, I'm able to get up my Stealth Rocks, and what I'm actually going to do is save my I'm going to save my Mesprit as fodder later because I can potentially get off the Healing Wish. So I'm going to switch out into my Glalie because what I can do is Mega Evolve and go right for the Double Edge, dealing a hell of a lot of damage to his team. Once I get up a Rain Dance with my Ludicolo, which I can do versus his Steelix, I'm in an amazing position. Though Persian is just annoying too. The fact that it has Fake Out, or could potentially have Fake Out. So I'm going to Mega Evolve after eating that up and go right for Double Edge. It becomes an Ice type Double Edge, a strong, hella strong attack. So he is going to end up switching out. My sister's copying me in the background. She said hella, as he's more likely going to go out to Steelix. That's completely fine. We're going to see how much this Double Edge actually does to this Steelix. Look how little Stealth Rock did. Stealth Rock did 0. But Yeah, I definitely underestimated his Archeops. I wasn't used to acrobatics at all, but I'm able to Mega Evolve right here and go right for the double edge. Look how powerful this looks, as that does a decent amount. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. I don't want to stay in to take a heavy slam. Honestly, Mesprit is looking pretty sackable right here. If he does also go for his Stealth Rocks, that's completely fine. This is looking like the Stealth Rocker on his team. If he does go for Stealth Rocks, he might fear the HP Fire and actually might switch out Steelix versus my Mesprit, assuming Mesprit lives, so I could just fire off a Psychic. So I do end up switching out my Glalie, as hopefully he ends up going for Stealth Rocks, because he has no other Stealth Rocker on his team. So I'm thinking it's going to be a Stealth Rock variant, though Mega Steelix can eat up an HP Fire if I did have HP Fire anyway. So he ends up Mega Evolving and going right for Gyro Ball, as that will 100% be able to knock out my that will 100% be able to knock out my Mesprit. But I do, however, have my Ludicolo, and Ludicolo can just come in and honestly just go for Rain Dance. I don't see him staying in. I see him sacking Gourgeist or going into Shelgon. Not entirely sure, but I just don't see him staying in, so I'm just going to go for Rain Dance. That way I can get that Swift Swim, allowing me to outspeed his entire team. The fact that Stealth Rocker up is nice. I am seeing the, well, he ends up going out to Cacturn, which is completely fine by me, as I should be able to take a Sucker Punch and go right for the Ice Beam. He expected my Hydro Pump or Surf or Scald. He probably had Water Absorb. But I will be able to take one Sucker Punch at least and go right for Ice Beam, as I can knock out this Cacturn. I'm not sure if he's going to want to stay in with his Cacturn, to be honest. He could switch around and get the Life Orb damage on me if he really, really wants to. But let's just see how much Cacturn's Sucker Punch does. It does 76 to 89%. So I'm at full, so he can never knock me out at all. And I'm hoping if he does choose to go for it, it's a really, really low roll. But he does make the smarter play, which is definitely switching out into Gourgeist. But I'm going to be able to knock that out with Ice Beam regardless, so I'm good with that. As I'll still be able to knock out the Cacturn as well. And I'll still have my Ludicolo in the back, which I definitely need. I definitely need this Ludicolo versus his team, as it's my win condition versus his team. So he ends up, Gourgeist ends up going down. Great. He got rid of a member, as now he can go out to Cacturn if he honestly wants to. But Cacturn is just a free switch into my, Cacturn is actually a free switch into my, what's it called? My Sock, because I'll predict the Sucker Punch. But he ends up going out to Persian, so he definitely has Fake Out. I just want to go right for the Hydro Pump. I know I can take a Fake Out, or any attack he wants to go for, but he ends up switching out, so maybe he doesn't have Fake Out. That's good to know. Either way, I'm able to go for Hydro Pump right here, as he decides to sack Steelix, which is also great for me, because that puts that takes off a lot of pressure off of my, and I miss. That sucks. But what I was trying to say is it took off a lot of pressure on my Pokemon, on my Pokemon in general. But unfortunately, I missed that Hydro Pump, so that's another Rain turn gone. He might choose to save this thing. I kind of want to predict his switch out into Cacturn, but he doesn't really have a reason to make that play, though I really do want to predict that switch if he does choose to make that play right there. So I am going to go for Ice Beam. Hopefully it works out for me, as he ends up staying in. So that was unfortunate that I just missed that Hydro Pump, but I felt like I had to make a play right there, because I was really in the back due to missing that. That really sucks that I missed that, and hopefully he Dragon Tails me out into something that I can take advantage of, like Sock. But he ends up Dragon Tailing me out into Rotom, which sucks, because what he can do is just sack this Steelix and then get a free switch into Cacturn. So things are not working out my way at all. Things are really not working out my way. Getting haxed. It doesn't matter. Hax is part of the game. So able to knock him out with the... I am not able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball, as, holy crap, Steelix ate that up. That's incredible, but I'll be able to go for Giga Drain right here, and that will be able to take out the Steelix. So, Steelix is gone. I really, really wish I hit that Hydro Pump, honestly, because, the Steelix was a threat, and getting rid of it would have been great for me. It's looking like I'm probably going to lose the Cacturn, but I'll see what I can do to prevent that. I'm expecting him to bring out Cacturn now, or even Persian, or Archeops is probably his best bet, just because it can easily take any hit and go for Acrobatics if it wants to. I guess Cacturn would be a mind game. Persian also works just as well as Archeops, so those are the two Pokemon that I'm expecting to want to come in right now. I really wish I hit that Hydro Pump. Oh well, my fault for running Hydro Pump. I could have ran Water Gun if I wanted to miss, or didn't want to miss, as I believe I'll just pause it till he sends out a Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent ended up sending out Cacturn. I don't really pause Wi-Fi battles much, but this one worked out for me, as now I can go out to my Sock. I'm predicting the Sucker Punch. He can, if he wants to try and predict or make a play, he can definitely try and make one. But I'm going to go out to Sock, as I can definitely take any attack he wants to go for if it is the Sucker Punch, as he did end up going for Sucker Punch. And what I can do, great thing I dodged that, I can click Close Combat. If he doesn't choose to go for Sucker Punch again, which he doesn't, he ends up switching out. That's amazing. He didn't break my Sturdy, so he doesn't know that I actually have Sturdy, which means I can get potentially 2 kills with this thing. Sock is looking like it will be able to help me a lot, as Shelgon does not eat that Choice Banded attack up. Adamant Choice Banded, putting in work, as I will easily be able to 2-KO the Shelgon. Shelgon is hella slow. It's hella slow. So unless it's like a Scarf max speed, I don't even know how slow. Yeah, Shelgon's like base 50. It needs to be Scarf Jolly max speed. So I'm able to knock him out with the second Close Combat, which is amazing, as now what can happen is Archeops can come in, or Persian. Depending on the Pokemon that comes out, I'm going to be sacking my Ludicolo. Actually, I'm sacking Ludicolo 100% because I'm not getting up my rain at all. Sock is my win condition. Glalie is also a win condition of mine, as he decides to go out to Archeops, which is great because Archeops means, well, not necessarily great, but Archeops means I can sack my Ludicolo right here, as I'm not in the worst of positions at all just yet. So I am going to sack Ludicolo, as that is going to give me a free switch into my Rotom regular. It's Choice Scarf, so what I can do is just go right for the Volt Switch on this Archeops. I already broke any potential sash, and it's more than likely no item, just because of the fact that it just completely tore apart my Seismitoad. Seismitoad would have put in work in this game too. It was a great switch in for Steelix. I didn't have any other switch in though for Archeops at all, so I'm going to be able to go out to my Rotom just now, and go for Volt Switch, because Volt Switch will knock him out, and it will also give me switch advantage. Look how they're both flapping against each other. It will also give me switch advantage if he decides to go out to into his Cacturn for some reason, predicting the Volt Switch. But he does decide to stay in, as what I can do is knock him out with that Volt Switch, and Archeops is gone. So it's getting really close here. Folks. It really just depends on a few things, honestly. I just want to see, I'm trying to decide between Glalie or Sock. I'm thinking Glalie is actually the better play. I don't think his Persian actually has Fake Out, so it might be a special attacker. So I'm thinking Glalie is definitely the better play, as I can go for Double Edge on whatever Pokemon that comes out. Mega Glalie isn't a frail Pokemon. It has base 80 defenses, so it can actually take whatever hit my opponent wants to go for. As what I can do now is, yeah, just go right for Double Edge. I can definitely eat up any one hit. Even Choice Banded Return, I'm pretty sure I can eat up from this Persian. I have no idea what this Persian wants to do. I don't think he has Fake Out, so I don't want to risk switching out into my Rotom. And it turns out this Persian's an Adamant Persian with. It turns out this Persian doesn't have. It turns out this Persian isn't running max speed, so I'm not sure at all what type of Persian this is. I really am not. But looks like Sock is able to bring back the game, because even if Glalie does go down to this Sucker Punch, which it will go down to, I'm actually going to click Explosion, because if he doesn't knock me out, either it's going to be like my game anyway. So he doesn't go in for Sucker Punch. I'm positive Glalie will go down, but if it actually lives, I can go for Explosion. But it does not, as I have no idea what type of Persian that was. I really don't have an idea. I really have no idea. But I'm gonna be able to go out into my Sock anyway, as what I can do is just finish him off with Close Combat. I'm at sturdy anyway. He can't beat me right now. So that's a very very interesting game. A lot of, I think, misplays by me and my opponent. For one, well, landing Hydro Pump would have been great versus Steelix. It would have saved me a lot of trouble. But I feel like He probably should have sat Cacturne and went for close combat at Sock because Sock was going to win the game. He had to break my Sturdy in order to win the game. But either way, good game. Champion Yeyhel, I think that's how you say your name. Guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe to me if you want. And until next time, later.